As you can see, I'm on a road. But on a road to where, you ask? Well, I'm on a journey into the phenomenon that is the world of video games. It's an industry that's now bigger than the movie business. So I'm travelling to the heart of America to find out why. So climb aboard as I travel around the world in 80 games.
I've come to America to find out what makes the video game industry so massive. This mission has led me to one obvious place, the land of sun, sea, surf, and now video games.
Well, you certainly know when you've hit California. I mean, we've left the desert well behind. Vegas is long gone, and we're on the beach. This is Hermosa Beach. You can just about see LA up in the distance there.
My first encounter in California was with a sound designer and composer called Tommy Tallarico. I had heard that he was a definitive mover and shaker in the business, but I didn't know that he had more money than a small South American country.
Here's a Ferrari. Look at the number plate. This guy means business. Let's go and check him out.
Yo!
Hey!
Hey!
Tommy!
Yes!
Aaron, how do you do, man?
Hey! How's it going?
I'm all right. I like your car.
Was this today?
Yes. Sorry.
Right.
Are you ready for us?
Can you come back and like...
Have you tidied up?
Ah, screw it.
Okay, come on.
Done.
Let's have a look.
This is the Tomb Raider dining room where, you know, it pretty much... Doesn't this look like something out of Tomb Raider?
This looks like something out of Las Vegas.
Well...
You've got to sort yourself out, Tommy. You've got too much money. This is silly.
When a single guy, you know, decorates his house, this is what happens.
You get leopard skin effect.
Of course,
Chairs.
of course.
How much did you pay for this chair to be done like that?
Oh, geez, I get too much, I'm sure.
We're in your studio. You've made it. This is the American dream, isn't it, really?
Yeah, you know, it's funny, you know, we joke around about, you know, the house and everything, but, you know, to be honest with you, you know, it is a lot of hard work. You don't just fall into a situation like this, you know. I mean, I've worked on over 200 games over the last 12 years, and to be paid a lot of money to do that is really just a bonus. It really is, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, don't tell anyone, but I do all this for minimum wage, you know what I'm saying? You play?
No.
No? I started with nothing. I started on the beach and with just a dream. And that's what's great about the video game industry. It allowed me to take a dream and turn it into Ferraris and Spider-Man rooms. Every home must have a Spider-Man room. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You gotta come on in and check out the Spider-Man room. This is it. You got.
Okay.
You gotta.
You are as mad as a badger.
I actually have every single Spider-Man comic book that ever came out. And we start with the very first one, Amazing Fantasy 15.
Oh my word.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
In near mint condition. Don't touch it! No.
To anybody who really cares about this,
Right.
this is a really special thing.
This is, yeah, and then of course you got number one right after it, so probably have about $50,000 in your hands right there. So if he heads for the door, we'll head him off at the pass.
You people are pioneers in some respects. I mean, you're like
the equivalent to the people rolling up in Hollywood at the sort of like early in the 20th century.
In the 40s and 50s. Yeah, you know, it is interesting because our industry is so young. It's still easy at this point for people to pioneer. You're always able to pioneer stuff. Now we're doing 20,000 lines of voice dialogue as opposed to 10, you know, so it's always a challenge. It really is a fun industry. So I gotta show you my bedroom. I gotta warn you though, it's a jungle in here.
This is absolutely hideous. This is not real.
What? No, it is. It's all real.
This is not. Are you sure?
You gotta have a tiger rug, right? Come on. Girls go crazy.
What have you got? What are you doing?
This is the first thing I built in my house when I bought this was a 7-foot waterfall. But it kind of sucks because at night sometimes I have to go to the bathroom.
This is what happens when you come from a kind of an impoverished background.
That's right.
We call it the nouveau riche. Okay. Suddenly you've got so much money you don't know what to do with. Okay, you buy a Ferrari, but then you've still got too much money, so you build a 7-foot water feature in the corner of your room.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not right, Tommy.
No, but it is.
There's children starving in the world, and you're doing this.
But they got to get a job in the video game industry. That's what they see. They got to do that.
That's a good point.
What
are you working on at the moment? Are you working on a single project, or are you working on?
We work on about 5 or 10 projects at a time. For the most part, people in their career, 5, 10, 15 games. You know, I do that in 1 year. Look at this, he won! My God, 3 gold bullets in a row. He's unbelievable, this guy. What luck. North America is now the biggest hotbed for video games. Japan is number 2, followed closely by the UK at 3. We're up 20% every year. The music industry's down, the film industry stays about the same. The video game industry is soaring.
Well done.
If a sound designer like Tommy can be so successful that he can afford a canary yellow Ferrari and a Tomb Raider dining room, then what about the big boys? The most successful series of video games in the known universe revolves around a sport that I remember once giving me grazed knees and sore wrists. Skateboarding is now massive all over the world, and that's thanks to Tony Hawk's video games, isn't it?
I'm here at the Van Skate Park, hanging out with some skaters. Are you one of those?
Yes, I am.
Do you play things like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series?
Yeah.
And what do you think of those games?
Gosh, well, I think they're like really awesome because, you know, they pick like what we can do as a skateboarder, and to be one of the people to actually play on the game, you could like become that good.
Apparently, the Tony Hawk series has earned Activision $625 million to date. So I went to meet Larry Goldberg, their executive vice president. And to make him feel really at home, I arrived in true Hawk style. On a skateboard I'd stolen from some kid at the skate park.
I really want to know how Tony Hawk came about.
It started by thinking about how we as a company could get into the sports business. So we started to look around at what other sports were out there and what were the kids of today excited about. And that brought us first and foremost to skating.
Have you ever played the video game Tony Hawk?
No.
But do you know who Tony Hawk is?
Yes.
And who is he?
He's a famous skater.
In the skateboarding world, he is the household name. And so if we're going to make a game for skateboarding, we're going to want the hardcore skateboard fans to be the first ones to pick up the game and evangelize the game.
Hey, I'm Tony Hawk, and this is supposed to be my job.
Then the key is to make a really fun game that is going to allow you to expand beyond just skateboarders into a wider demographic.
Were you interested in skating before you played the video game?
No, not really.
So you played the video game and that's what got you into skating?
There's some other things, but that helped.
He still appeals to the hardcore skateboard fan because of what he has done for the sport.
And you want to be like Tony Hawk when you get a bit bigger?
Yeah.
And at the same time, he appeals to the moms because of his wholesome image. He appeals to the new kids because of what he can accomplish. He's, you know, it's sort of like the Michael Jordan of skateboarding.
He's not going to allow anything that doesn't stand for something good with his name on it. So you know if it has Hawk's name on it, it has to have quality to it.
Hey, buddy, over here. Check this out. Hey.
Had you any idea how successful it was going to be?
No. We thought it was going to be successful, and we thought it was going to be a good game, but we really had no idea of the addictive nature of the product and how it would just take off like wildfire, not just in Southern California, but around the world.
So you just skate or die?
Yeah.
At Redondo Beach, just outside LA, I went to Comp USA, a massive computer store that has more video games, consoles and PCs than I'd ever seen in my life. Now they're branching out into something even more exciting, pro gaming.
Up to this point, the definition of pro gamer are the hardcore gamer that spend money and go to these tournaments that are in the US and around the world and compete for large sums of money. The CPL is the Cyber Athlete Professional League.
Right.
It is the first professional...
Like the NFL.
Very similar, correct.
Right.
It's the first professional gaming group that was out there. And what happens is they do a Counter-Strike tournament twice a year, backed by Intel.
One's on the right.
And Counter-Strike people, the top 128 teams in the world, fly to Dallas, Texas, and compete in a tournament for $200,000, first prize for the team being $70,000. We're actually taking it to the next level, and we will be sponsoring a team, Team 3D, which is currently the CPL champions, and were Team USA last year, and we'll be paying them a salary and turning them into the first pro gamer in the world.
I'm finding this incredible that people are paid as a full-time job. You pay their salaries.
$18,000 a year.
18,000 US.
$18,000 US a year.
Okay. Scott, thanks for talking to me.
Thank you. And we're going to give you a Xbox, a Nintendo GameCube, and a PlayStation, so you guys have some things to do on the road, and we're going to let you pick up some games.
Oh, brilliant.
So,
Scott, yep.
Hey.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Thank you much for coming in.
Okay, where is it? Over here?
Yep.
Thanks. Oh, all right, okay. I'm here in Century City, which is a suburb of LA and is home to 20th Century Fox as they were, and now they're called Fox Studios. But I'm not here to talk about movies, I'm here to talk about video games. So I'm going to see Fox Interactive, and they are based in this building behind me. Impressive, isn't it? Fox Interactive is a kind of another chapter in the Fox story, isn't it?
We're focused primarily on games that are based on Fox content. The Simpsons, Aliens, X-Files, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
This has always been a movie town. What proportion of that has been taken over by the games industry now, do you think?
Well, you know, I don't know if you can actually say what proportion's taken over by games. I think it's just expanding. And our goal and objective is to you know, bring to market extraordinary games that are recognizable to our consumers. And it's primarily about the television shows and the film properties that we work with.
The process of creating a video game is very similar now and has very similar production values to creating a movie.
When I started in this industry, we would build games on the Sega Genesis for $100,000. Let's just say that the budgets are 100 times that. I mean, we're looking at budgets that are pushing the envelope of $6, $8, $10 million. We're working with the same talent that the people in television and film are working with.
Willow, I sense powerful magic in that cabinet. It must be the book you're looking for. But it's locked. You'll have to find the key before you can open it.
My name is Amber Benson, and I play Tara on a show called Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Heard of it?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's not, you know, like a huge show or anything.
We'll just do like...
I'm here actually doing some voice recording for the new Buffy game.
I mean, this is completely new to you, doing game voiceovers, or have you done before?
Oh, mini. No. I've never done a game voiceover before, so it's an experience.
What have they done then? They've enhanced you digitally, genetically?
I think the breasts are a little bigger.
Are you? Is that weird or what?
That is creepy.
So what kind of things have you done? You've done yelping, I heard that.
Screaming, yelping, grunting, gasping for air.
The guys directing you said you just had a stake thrust in your eye. How does that feel? And then you have to kind of emulate that.
Sure.
Because this one, I remember this one. Now that's a kiss. Can you do that for me? To me though, to me though.
Now that's a kiss.
You see that?
See, but I need somebody to here kiss it and let's see. Kiss the hand.
Okay.
Damn it. See? Ooh, now that's a kiss.
Ah, now then, I see what you were doing there.
Yeah, I'm getting into it.
I see what you were doing.
You know, let me kiss your hand and
Can
then
I?
you try
Yeah,
it.
okay, then it's.
Mwah.
Now that's a kiss.
Yeah, see, he's better at this than I am. We should get him in here recording.
Now that's a kiss.
Tell me a little bit about your character as well, because I want to get in on this, because you are a lesbian witch.
Yes.
Really? Because you don't look like a witch.
This time, I'm really gonna eat you.
When I started working on Buffy, I mean, I didn't realize that she was going to be a lesbian witch on the show. And
Did
it
you
sort of
evolve
came,
into being a lesbian
Yeah, it kind of evolved into that.
Poor baby. Was it too much for you?
You're not dating anyone right now, is that right?
No, I'm taking the fifth. I take the fifth. I take the fifth.
Can I take the fourth?
You can take the fourth, you can take the third, and the second, and the first.
But not the sixth?
Not the seventh.
Okay. Amber, thanks so much.
Too.
That was really good.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So far, LA had been a lot of running around and not enough relaxation. So I arranged for my next appointment to be at the beach. It did seem fitting, as I was about to meet John Inada and Anthony Tarpey from Techmo, the company behind Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, a video game which earned Techmo millions of dollars
with its 2 unique trademarks.
But it's interesting to me that Extreme Beach Volleyball came about, because how much is it to do with beach volleyball and how much is it to do with looking at beautiful women jumping up and down in bikinis?
I think that's all depends on the individual playing the game.
Right. But the gameplay's still there, right?
Of course.
I mean, if you're interested in playing volleyball,
oh yeah,
it's a good game. There's something in there called a physics engine, which makes the breasts bounce and act like normal 36Ds. How does that work? No idea.
It just does.
That's the important thing.
It does, exactly.
It just does.
We shouldn't all get hung up on how these things work.
Right.
We should just celebrate the fact that they do.
This game is possibly, I don't know, exploitative of women and sexist.
The people who actually play the game have no problem with the issues that you're addressing.
Yeah.
It's the people who don't play the game. They don't even play the video game. Those are the people who bitch and complain about it. In the game, I don't think we show anything more than what you see right here. Just a game. We're not trying to make political statement or anything. We just made a game that we thought we would enjoy playing.
Yeah.
We would enjoy seeing.
Absolutely.
That's
You'd
it.
even enjoy watching someone else play this game.
Sure.
Yeah, which is important.
Yeah, we want our fans to enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Where we can make somebody happy releasing one of our games, and we're happy.
Oh, so crazy am I. Crazy are you?
After that encounter, I craved a more realistic approach to nature's finest creations. So I went to a place I've wanted to go since I was about 14. Oh, and apparently they're working on some kind of video game.
Hello there, Julie.
Hi there, how you doing?
How are you doing? Can I shake your hand?
Nice to meet you.
And Here we are at, where are we?
We're at the Playboy Mansion.
Can you believe that?
We're at the home of Hugh Hefner.
Would you like to show us around it? I mean, I'd be absolutely amazed if you could do that for me.
Okay, I would love to.
I'm hot.
You're
in
hot?
more ways than one, as you can
okay.
tell.
Whether I was hot or not, without a smoking jacket and slippers, security wouldn't let me into Hef's inner sanctum. But I didn't care because I had my own personal playmate, Julie, to show me around the grounds and then take me to Hef's infamous games room. But where are all the naked women?
This is where everybody gets naked on this property.
People get naked here?
People get naked here all the time.
Are we likely to...
Well, if you want to get naked, you are welcome to jump in.
My name is Jim Perkins.
Right.
I'm the president and CEO of Rush Entertainment, and we publish video games.
Right.
Most notably the new Playboy video game. You basically live in the slippers, so to speak, of Hef, and you go through the decades and build the empire and live the lifestyle.
This is bunny evidence.
Bunny evidence.
They're somewhere around. Just keep your eyes peeled.
In the grotto. This is where all the bunnies come.
Can you imagine this? Is this where Hef sort of just hangs out, or...?
This is a lounge area. The candles are usually lit in here.
Am I okay doing this?
This over here is a jacuzzi that you can stand in. This jacuzzi here is one you can lay down in, and this you can walk and sit in, this area.
So this is a multiple jacuzzi area?
And it goes right into the swimming pool.
And how many naked women are there in it?
That's yet to be seen. I haven't counted yet. But
Really?
we're just beginning the initial design phase of the product, and we'll go into production very quickly.
I think I've died and gone to heaven. Can you believe it? Are you all right there?
Playmates do on the
Come on, Julie, it's fun.
You're so much better than me.
Okay, I got you.
Always been a fan of the lifestyle, you know, the beautiful women, and the business itself too is absolutely fascinating. It is a business, but what Hef's made it is really fun, and that's going to be a big part of the game.
There's Hef's bedroom.
Hi, Hef.
That whole wing of the house right there is just his bedroom.
Really?
Yeah.
Two aspects of the game that we know today are definitely the business side, and the other side is the lifestyle side.
Yeah,
so
the naked women.
The naked women, which you constantly.
No, but we've got each other. I mean, we're at the Playboy Mansion. We're doing a Playboy game.
Absolutely.
Let's cut to the chase.
Yes.
It's about naked women.
Yeah, but you've got to have fun at the same time, no matter what.
What else do you need? I don't know if I want these as my friends.
Okay, come on in.
These are crazy.
Hi.
These and what kind of no? What kind of monkeys are these? Is this going to be an adult game?
It's going to be more of an adult-oriented game. There's no question about it.
Can you see the resemblance at all? No, it's not.
Ultimately, Playboy has final creative sign-off on the game.
But it's quite a coup, isn't it?
I think it's a major coup.
Pet him. He's very
No,
friendly.
but he's going to pet me. He looks all aggressive.
Oh, please.
Who's going to pet me? Hello. Oh, yeah. Spike. I wish you the best of luck with that, Jim.
Thanks, Aaron.
And,
we'll keep you posted on our progress.
Jim was obviously a man with a keen business mind and a Miami Vice wardrobe. But if the finished game features as many naked women as I'd seen today, I don't think it'd be much of a success. Before I left, Julie and I sat together and enjoyed Hef's fantastic gardens, while she educated me on the finer points of waxing. Looking out at the beach, I pondered the paradox between LA's relaxed coastal lifestyle and the multi-million-dollar business that is now video gaming. Tommy had shown me exactly how not to spend a fortune, and Amber Benson had taken the fifth out of me. Well, I still had another week to explore the LA games business, but for now, it was nice just to take in the sunset.